It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Hey everybody, welcome to the NBA on 2K Sports. I'm Ernie Johnson. With me, oh you know him, Shaquille O'Neal. You know this guy too, Kenny the Jet Smith. Tonight, it'll be the New Orleans Pelicans up against the Chicago Bulls at United Center. For Chicago, they lost their first matchup against these guys. This, their final game against them in the regular season, looking to finish with a split. And tonight, we get to see Otto Porter, the third overall pick a few drafts ago. He's had his critics, but Shaq, you could say now he is one of the best small forwards in the game.
Yeah, the game has slowed down for him. Doesn't try to do too much. But, Ernie, he has the talent to be a big-time player.
You know what? I could talk about Otto Porter for hours.
Don't you dare.
Okay, well, I'll just tell you this then. He gives you outside shooting, inside scoring, steals, blocks, everything you can expect based on what he did at Georgetown University. He's doing it in NBA.
See, if you talk too long about him, we'll miss the tip.
Okay.
And that's why Kevin Harlan is standing by at courtside.
All right, because I had an hour's worth of work.
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
Joining us, folks, for this midweek NBA action on 2K Sports. Alongside Chris Webber and Greg Anthony, I'm Kevin Harlan, the fourth member of our crew. From the sideline, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. The Chicago Bulls here to defend the home court, playing host to the Western Conference. Their last meeting was in New Orleans, where they were unable to fight off the Pelicans.
Yeah, that was more than just a tough loss. That was a complete embarrassment.
Well, Greg, what amazed me was they could sustain nothing on offense. They'd make a couple of buckets, then go right back into their shell.
Chris, a few games under their belts, we're seeing some inexperienced guys take that next step, make that leap.
Well, yeah, I mean, guys are really doing a great job on that level and given the opportunity to play in this game. And it's maybe because so many young players are being counted on for big roles now. You know, the game has kind of changed where in the past they would be on the side learning from a veteran and being kind of introduced and slowly introduced to the game. Right now, though, guys, we've seen what they've done in college. We know that they've had great coaches and great coaching. And so, yes, the bar has moved up where we expect younger players to do more because the game is built for younger players. Fast pace, speed of the game, shooting threes, and just having fun out there. And so, yeah, I think a lot more is expected of young guys. And I think they're embracing the fact that they have a lot more responsibility.
Now, the opening lineup for the New Orleans Pelicans. Down low, it's Randall and Davis. Holiday out there with Patrick Beverly. And it's AI in at the three. It's good.
So precise off the pass. I mean, this is a shot Levine continues to knock down time and time again.
Outside Holiday. Up top Randall. AI in the post, guarded by Porter, and he gets contact and the whistle on the shot. 2 shots coming up. And there's the call. Chicago the foul. Pelicans shooting their first free throws here tonight.
And it's been an average year, really, at the free throw line for this group, only around 75%.
Good on the second free throw. There is one interesting stat for the Chicago Bulls, C-Webb, and they're still the only NBA franchise to win multiple championships and never lose an NBA Finals.
Wow, that's just an amazing distinction. I mean, a testament to the clutch play of Jordan when they did make the finals, and a reminder of how hard it is just to get there. When the cold start gets a little colder. Just 1 for 4 to start the game.
And stolen by Dunn. 20 feet out. Porter, no luck.
He may have missed it, but that's a clean look at the basket.
Pass to AI. About 2 minutes played here in the first quarter. Nice D from Porter. Dunn looking over the floor. Kicks it to Levine. Over Holiday. That one wide left.
Not a very consistent quarter for him in terms of shooting.
It's Randall with the drive. Basket counts. AI's got 5 now.
Now that was a sensational feed. He hit him right on the move.
And here's Dunn. He'll bring it up for Chicago. It's a 3-point game. They defeated Charlotte in their last game.
I think a lot of people were surprised by that result because on paper, you didn't think that game would be that competitive.
Now here's Lopez following the miss by Otto Porter. Just 5 to shoot. Tries again. We're about 3 minutes into this first quarter. Back to AI. And there's the whistle. That goes on Chris Dunn. That's his first foul. AI outside.
Scrappy nature of Lopez is one of his best attributes. He doesn't give up anything easy to shoot.
To end the cold streak, it's rebounded by New Orleans. They defeated Indiana in their last game.
Yeah, unfortunately for them, I thought the opponent's defense just never showed up.
Oh, but I like that they attacked those weaknesses. They made them pay for a lackluster effort.
Bulls trail by 3. Minutes played. Here's Porter, and Davis sends it back.
He's got that huge wingspan, and boy, does he use it well on the defensive end. If Davis is within shouting distance of the shooter, there's a good chance he'll get a hand on it. And their post play has been really solid right off the bat.
They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
And the first time out of the game called for Chicago.
And when you take a look at that shot chart, the amount of misses lately is really unbelievable.
Man, this is a joke. I mean, there's been some been few and far between.
And a chance now to see how teams are faring across the league. Here's the latest edition of the Power Rankings. Taking a look at Boston, they're gaining on some of the teams above them, trying hard to crack into that top 5.
And when you look at where the Pelicans are, they've taken this ride all the way down the stretch. Few people thought they could maintain this astonishing display of dominance.
And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. One of the more down-to-earth players in this league is Otto Porter Jr.
And yeah, he once said, I never eat at restaurants. I'm a simple guy in all aspects of my life. We see that on the court. He doesn't draw a lot of attention to himself. He just focuses on the work.
Now, here's Beverly. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Passes it to Davis. To the paint. And AI gets it to go on the assist by Davis. And it's 9 points for AI.
No, he gets in a good position in the post, and the entry feed is there for him.
Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sideline.
I briefly spoke with Jim Boylan. He said the big thing is we cannot play hero ball. We've got to be unselfish and trust our offense. We'll see if they can turn the tables around and even up the season series, Kevin. Back to you.
That's great, David. Thanks. They've got their hands full against a team that plays such tough D.
And that's why you got to be flexible in terms of your game plan, particularly on the offensive end. They might have to try a few different approaches until they find one that works.
Well, Greg, I think the best approach is a solid motion offense. A lot of back cuts, ball movement side to side. Against a team with this kind of defense, good movement is always the key to breaking them down.
Porter. It's rebounded by New Orleans. Randall's got his 5th rebound in this one.
If his performance this quarter is any indication, I don't think he's the one who's going to let them out of the hole.
And they've come out with a take-no-prisoners approach on the glass here tonight, guys.
Here he's hit from three-point range.
A ragged start for him offensively, but he'll take it. He brings him to 1 of 8 from the field.
And here's Holiday following Otto Porter's 3. Back to Holiday. Inside. And that one's good. Beverly.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
Bulls trail by 6. Dunn kicks to Markkanen. And there's the call on Patrick Beverly. That's his first foul. Pass to Lopez. And Davis sends it back.
And they've done a nice job controlling the defensive backboard to start this game.
And it's Otto Porter with the foul. That's foul number 2 for him. Chicago making a switch here. Carter's checked in, and New Orleans also making a change. Peyton, he's checked in for Patrick Beverly. And AI throws it down.
And nobody, guys, among the defenders stepping up to challenge him on that drive to the 10.
And Greg, he says, thank you very much, and sails in for the flush.
Well, that's just a good example of why the score is what it is. I mean, they need to protect the rim a lot better than that.
And it's the Bulls with the ball, following the score by New Orleans. Here's Carter. Randall grabs the board. Randall's got his 7th rebound here tonight. Feeds it to AI. Hangs in the air. It's hauled in by Dunn. Bulls trail by 8. On the wing, Levine, guarded by Holiday. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. That one is on Holiday.
Zach LaVine, a high riser, the 2-time dunk contest champ, making his return from that ACL surgery. He can be an explosive scorer.
Denzel Valentine, he's checked in for the Bulls. Harrison comes in for Dunn. Mason Plumlee's checked in for New Orleans. Ian Clark comes in for Drew Holiday.
A team's rebounding is a great measure of its energy, and theirs has been terrific here in the first quarter.
Here's Harrison. Taking a look at his numbers, he averages about 7 points a game. Levine kicks to Carter. Looking for Markkanen, he gets it there. And it's sent back by Plumlee. Clark for 3. Drills the 3-pointer. And now it's a 12-point Pelican lead. And from everything you hear, Levine is a big-time gym rat, Greg.
Yeah, you know, I think he's very dedicated to reaching his full potential. And with his shooting and athleticism, I think he's a great fit in today's game in terms of offense.
Time called here. The Bulls decide to talk it over.
Yeah, the amount of points they've given up here in the paint, that's what they've got to talk about.
Ooh, this is ugly. No question about it. And you wonder if these matchups aren't favoring them right now.
Here's Davis, and it's Davis with the jam.
And from the opening tip, they just crushed it. You see it now on the scoreboard.
Yeah, particularly on offense, where they've been completely in sync. Terrific first quarter.
Here's Levine. Follow. There's the pass to Valentine. Oh, that's blocked. Payton outside to the paint. Here's AI. It doesn't go for him. And the Bulls going the other way now. Down low. Shot to stop the run. And Carter lays it up and in.
Oh, I like the bounce pass there. He's getting creative.
Here's Payton. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Pass to Clark. AI left side. He watches it go through the hoop for his 8th make. Now 8 for 14.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
And so Levine will bring it up now for Chicago. They trail by 14. And the jam by Levine.
Now that's the specialty of Levine's. If you're the defense, you got to know he's looking to dunk it home. Make a poster on him.
Payton kicks to Clark. To the middle. Plumlee, the pass to Payton. 4 on the clock. Over Levine. Here's AI. On his 15th shot attempt, he makes his 9th basket. Shooting a healthy 60% tonight.
Starting to surge here, and we're only in the first quarter.
And it's happening at both ends, trying to end this thing before it begins.
Now here's Levine. 20 points for him last game against the Hornets in Charlotte. Payton against Markkanen. There's the dish to Carter. Chicago needs to get off a shot here. And Levine throws it down.
And the chemistry Levine has with these guys, isn't it evident? Tremendous at finishing off these alley-oops.
And that was an unleashed chaos moment indeed. What a spectacular play. Sponsored by Under Armour Hover Habit. Now here's Payton. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. And AI throws it down.
Yeah, pounding it inside once again. They have taken over this game physically.
Right off the opening tip, they've been relentless. And this style of play can be hard to come back against.
So it's Chicago now, following the score by New Orleans. Now here's Valentine. Not a lot of room. Three-pointer. He can't hit that time. So the Pelicans will take it the other way. Clark for 3. That's good. And it's Payton with the assist. Payton's got 3 assists tonight.
And a terrific percentage here in the first half. You got to love their rhythm and the flow with which they're playing.
Well, it's the shot selection. That's been a positive for them thus far and a negative for their opponent.
Here's Harrison. He kicks to Markkanen. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. New Orleans leading by 17. And that one's good. AI's got 23 points.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
2-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Levine deciding where to go with it. In the corner, Valentine with it. Connects from three-point range. Valentine's got his first 3 points of the game.
Capable of doing many things well. Levine has a good sense of when his guys roll.
And as the first quarter wraps up, already a double-digit lead. Pelicans lead by 16. After this break, we'll be back with the start of the second quarter on 2K. With the All-Star teams being finalized, we talked to AI about his first trip to the All-Star game weekend.
I'd be lying if I told you that it wasn't a big deal. You can't really focus on getting picked for the team because as soon as you do, your game starts to dip. So when I heard that I made the roster, it felt like a weight had been lifted off my shoulders. Obviously, it's a huge honor, and I'm looking forward to putting on a show for the fans.
There's going to be a lot of debate about, so it's both teams making substitutions here.
How about Zach LaVine? I mean, signing a big new contract this summer. Listen, that ACL injury he had, that's in the rear view. Obviously, a lot riding on his health and return to form, but he's put in the work.
on the free throw. No good. And Levine seems to be at full strength. His vertical leap testing even higher, if you can believe that, even higher, Chris, than it did in the pre-draft combine.
He's a hard worker. His scoring efficiency lagged a little bit last season. He was trying to get his game right after injury. Look, we know his potential as far as scoring the ball.
So for New Orleans right now, down low, it's Randall and Davis. Patrick Beverly out there with Holiday, and it's AI in at the 3 spot. And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Hi, Kevin. Well, AI in their last time out against the Pacers was terrific. Just an incredible number of points, and there weren't too many shots that didn't fall. He was efficient from the field. His numbers were off the charts. He was unguardable, and he knew it. He took advantage of it. Kevin, back to you.
David, appreciate the report. He was a one-man show in that game.
And, you know, it'll be interesting to see how much that took out of him. I mean, he'll have a hard time putting up anything even close to those numbers here tonight.
I mean, well, it should have taken all the energy out of him. It should have taken something out of him, Greg. I mean, he pushed the envelope in every way that night.
Take a break.
He
Take
was
a break.
Unreal.
2 shots.
Free throw good, AI. Chris, do you think hustle is a skill? And if you do, or want to even tackle that, who are some of the guys that you think hustle is as much as any players in the league?
Not only is hustle a skill, but your motor and hustle is the most underrated skill in basketball, I believe. Think about Draymond Green's impact in Oakland.
Yes.
What he's done for that team. How about a Patrick Beverly, a Marcus Smart, a Kawhi Leonard? These guys definitely change the face of the game, especially in the playoffs where every possession matters and the fans are hung on every movement that you do. The fans are waiting and anticipating every play, and all they want is someone to do something so they can get up and get excited. Well, nothing gets a crowd more excited than diving on the floor, saving a possession for your team, you getting a layup on the other end, and these are the guys I would bet first that would make a play like that happen.
Skill indeed. Good point. Dunn dishes to Levine. Lopez, no luck.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
Here's AI. That one, no good.
Yeah, good interior D there prevents the deuce.
Oh, wonderful anticipation. He reads the play perfectly, then with the quick reaction time.
And out of bounds as Chicago gains possession. And a look now at the breakdown between 3-point and 2-point shots attempted here tonight for the Bulls.
And they've got really good balance here. I mean, the 3-ball hadn't been the strongest weapon today for them, but I'd say keep the dose just about the same. Don't change the recipe. When you've got that open shot, you got to take it.
Got it. Nice one there from Levine.
And you need Levine to keep connecting from deep. When he does, the floor opens up big time.
Back to Beverly. Outside, Davis. Over Lopez. Shot is good off the back rim and in. Davis has got his second bucket of the game to go.
And he can smell blood in the water. Excellent finish.
Oh, you're up by double digits. They're trying to keep the momentum, keep the foot on the neck. That's his focus right now.
Back to Dunn. Takes a 3. Pelicans with the rebound. Davis has got 9 rebounds now tonight.
Look, it hasn't happened yet, but he's got time to find his rhythm. And if he does, they can turn this thing around quick.
Well, you know, they're in the lead, but he's still been frustrated from an offensive standpoint.
Levine kicks to Dunn. Passes to Porter. Fires the 3. Hits the 3-point bomb. Porter's got 6 in the quarter.
The defense a step slow. You can see the result.
Pass to Beverly. AI in the post. Guarded by Porter. He gets it in there. And that's now 27 points for AI.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Down against Randall. Poked away. Taken away by Holiday. And here we go. Fast break, and AI's got it. And he banks in the layup. AI's got 29.
He's reason number one there in front. I mean, his shooting has been almost flawless.
Dunn passes to Lopez. Kicks it to Levine. Randall against Markkanen. Outside Porter. Over AI. Porter, no luck.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. Well, we like to keep you up to date on the fresh talent in the league, so let's check in on the rookie block leaders. You look at AI, one of the top intimidators in the league, a fierce shot blocker.
And that ability to send shots away at the rim, so highly valued, it takes guts to put yourself in harm's way and contest those finishers. Yeah, nice job of drawing the contact and creating opportunities at the line.
Bulls trail by 20. Levine kicks to Markkanen. Outside Porter. Three-pointer. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Porter's got 9 points in the quarter.
That's a dozen straight points coming off the triple.
The pass to Beverly. AI with it. And AI throws it down.
And he just punishes the D for falling asleep at the wheel.
Yeah, a little disorganized that time, and the result, 2 points in the loudest way possible.
Oh, well, listen, guys, that was great work, making them pay for the laps on defense.
It's blocked, and he's able to get it back. That one falls.
Taking things into his own hands. He's been a beast this quarter.
New Orleans leading by 17. Beverly finds Davis. Plays it up and banks it in. Davis has got 6.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
Levine against Holiday. Now here's Levine. He's got 10. Over Holiday. It's Chicago with another bucket.
Look, he's not an easy man to defend. He'll get his points one way or another.
And through one half, it hasn't even been close.
Thank you, Kevin. Well, look, so far, you have been intimidating at the defensive end. Quite a few blocks there. How important was it for you to set that defensive tone early?
Yeah, that was definitely a goal coming in. My reactions have been great. You know, I've been reading the shots pretty well, and if they want to keep coming at me, I say bring it.
Wow, okay then. I guess you're pretty confident. Kevin, back to you.
Thank you, David. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the second half momentarily. And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first 2. So far, it has been a runaway. Really an incredible game from AI.
Unbelievable the way he dominated that offensive glass in those first 2 quarters. Just a great effort for him for the entire half.
So important to have someone out there creating second chance opportunities. He took care of those duties in the first half.
Dunn and Levine are the guard set. Markkanen is the 4 with Lopez in the middle. And it's Porter in at the 3 slot. So that's the 5 in the game for Chicago.
When he's up against the challenger side, he figures out how to overcome it.
And here's Beverly. He brings it up for New Orleans. They led the game at 1 point by 20. A reverse. And he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more.
This is a different ball game without his scoring. He's been Mr. Reliable at the offensive end.
The Pelicans have attempted 11 free throws today and converted 8 of them. See, we have a quick tactical question here. As a big, when you're defending the pick and roll, what are the things you're looking to do? How do you handle that?
Okay, I'm going to try to rapid pace this because this is what goes through your mind. what did coach say in shoot around? Wait a minute, who is this? Is this Steph Curry that can dribble, or is this Thompson that loves to take a step back? Or is it a player like Durant that loves to hit you with the step back? Or who's setting the pick? Is it a guy like Thompson that's going to slip? Or is it a guy like Dwight Howard that they can throw it up to? Is it Capella that may slip and go through and you still throw it up to him? You can't get back. Who's communicating? Who's on my team in the corner? What shooters in the corner? Because they can't leave the corner to come help. Do I head charge? Do I not head charge? Oh no, this is the NBA is the greatest players in the world, and even if you do it right, they're going to score anyway. That's kind of what goes through.
That is something else. Here's the teardrop, and the layup is good. Beverly's got 6.
And Kevin, when Beverly gets these shots inside, he's just remarkably efficient. He just has tremendous touch on these shots.
Davis against Lopez. Pass to Dunn. 6 to shoot. A 3-ball. It's rebounded by New Orleans.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Randall with the bucket.
Solid start to the half for them. 3 of 4 from the field now.
Bulls trail by 19. Dunn left side. Levine against Howard. Levine passes to Dunn. Anthony Davis with the rebound. Davis has got rebound number 12 here already in the game. And the basket is good. AI's got 38 points.
Yeah, that's the 3rd bucket in a row from the paint. This defense needs to clog those lanes in the middle.
Chicago calls timeout. We've seen AI really making a difference here.
Oh, he's tearing them to shreds, and I'm sure the only thing they're talking about in this timeout is what to do about him.
Chicago making some changes. Carter comes in for Robin Lopez, and it's Harrison in for Chris Dunn. Levine up top, guarded by Holiday. Levine kicks to Markkanen. And some nice ball movement here by Chicago. Porter with it. Working on AI. And he comes up with the deuce.
Look how Porter maintains his focus on this play. Even when you knock him around, he uses his strength to nail these type of shots.
New Orleans making some changes here. Plumlee comes in for Randall. And Ian Clark subbed in for Drew Holiday. Here's AI. Trying to get open. It's Davis. And it's AI missing.
Oh, great effort there. That's how you defend the paint.
Yeah, he has that capacity. He knows exactly where to position himself to protect the rim.
Okay, 2 hands for safety. That's what they say, right?
That's right. He was ultra safe with that dunk, no question. Carter comes in with the double team. AI kicks to Davis. And he gets that one to go off the front iron. Davis has got 8 points.
And good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
Pass to Porter. Ball's knocked loose, and the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Beverly.
A chance to check out AI here. What a run he's been on over the past few weeks. 3 assists and 3 rebounds. And he's been putting up points with regularity. I mean, that's what they depend on, his killer instinct on offense.
Yeah, anytime this club needs a basket, he's their go-to guy. Just an irrepressible, prolific scorer.
Pass to Porter. Over AI. Porter, no luck. New Orleans leading by 19 points. Inside. Here's AI. And that's off the glass and in. AI's got 40 points.
Moving it around. 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
Levine passes to Markkanen. Back to Levine. Knocked loose. Porter in the corner. And again, Chicago, no good. For New Orleans, they've gone 6 of 8 on field goal attempts in the third. A 75% clip. AI dishes to Plumlee. Carter with the block. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Pelicans will retain possession. AI left side. And out of bounds is Chicago gains possession. And we get a moment to check out the team scoring leaders. Pelicans, number 1.
I mean, it's an exciting brand of basketball that they're playing. They've got such deadly weapons. Teams have had a heck of a time trying to slow them down.
And it's Harrison with the ball for the Bulls. He kicks it to Carter. There's the pass to Markkanen. On the wing, Levine. Shot clock at 5. Not going to go that time. And it's the Pelicans taking it the other way. And it is flushed down with a nice jam.
And guys got careless with the ball there, and the turnover leads to the big stuff.
Once he came upright with the steal, he went straight on the attack.
Yeah, guys, and the finish is the perfect capper. I mean, taking it all the way to the team.
Well, they've been better than good on the glass today, and there is a glaring discrepancy between these two teams in that area.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
Well, it is the era of positionless basketball, but how exactly did we get here? Well, new defensive rules at the turn of the century encouraged face-up scoring, motion-based offense, and guard play over isolation and post-ups. As a result, offensive roles have become more interchangeable.
It has become a positionless game now. David, thank you very much.
And evaluating Porter, I mean, I think this guy's a real deal. Paul Pierce said, I love this kid. I had a chance to work with him. He could be an all-star. I agree with Paul.
Alfred Payton, he's checked in for Patrick Beverly. Lemon, the pass to Levine. Carter, left side. The shot by Markkanen, nobody around. No good on the shot, a bit long that time. New Orleans leading by 17. And Porter's not a big talker. He lets his game certainly speak for itself.
And his improvement has been tremendous. He's going to the basket. He's rebounding the ball. I mean, Porter, he shoots the 3 at a high clip. He's trying to earn every penny of that big contract.
Levine wide open, and the Bulls with another miss.
And listen, sometimes even the best of us are going to miss the easiest of opportunities. And low percentage look on that one. Not sure what he was thinking.
Sometimes you get a little outside of yourself. You have to be a little more disciplined.
The Pelicans have gone 7 of 12 from the floor since coming out of the break. AI in the post, guarded by Levine.
All right, look, that's what they want. The ball is in his hands in the post. Just didn't have the touch that time.
Harrison. No good on the 3. Well, for New Orleans, shooting has been beyond great up until now. How about 57% from the field overall? Here's AI, and that one drops for him. AI's got 44.
Wow, what a sensational quarter from him. And as long as they have this lead, I keep going to him again and again and again and again.
Markkanen kicks to Harrison. In the corner, it's Levine. Gets an open look and hits. Levine's got 7 points here in this quarter.
Oh, and Levine is going to make you pay from there. You got to guard him closer than that.
Pass to AI. And AI throws it down.
And a long windup and strong follow-through on the one-hand jam.
Yeah, he's not going to mess that one up. Levine for 3 gets the three-pointer to fall. Levine's got 10 points in just the second half.
As soon as Levine hits a few of these, you know he's feeling it. Just keep getting him the rock.
AI right side. Played in with a nice touch off the glass. AI's got 48.
Man, have they been effective at getting the ball inside.
Here's Levine. Here's Carter. Kick out to Levine. Again, Levine missing. New Orleans leading by 20. Payton outside, and it's slammed in by Plumlee.
And they've just been so comfortable at both ends of the floor. I mean, you'd almost think They're playing at home.
Well, you hear that? No, you don't hear anything. They silence the crowd with this big lead. No sign that they're letting up.
Outside, Levine. Carter outside. Here's Markkanen. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Markkanen's got his first points of the game.
And really, Markkanen isn't just an outside threat. He's more than capable of capitalizing inside.
To the paint. Another one goes. Incredible.
My goodness. 50 for the game.
Yep, he is putting on a show. Levine with it, working on AI, and it's denied. To the inside, here's Payton, and a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot two here. It's on Lauri Markkanen.
And the 6'4", 185-pound Payton certainly has a unique skill set. Also wants to keep improving as a leader.
New Orleans making some changes here. Anthony Davis is checked in for Plumlee. Randall comes in for Diallo, and it's Drew Holiday in for Johnson. Levine finds Lopez. Back to Levine. Goes up from the top of the key. Good. He hits the jump shot. Levine's got 12 points now in the quarter.
Great quarter for him at the offensive end, trying to will his team back in the game.
Pass to Randall. Here's AI. Lopez with the block.
Well, Lopez is out there to set the tone defensively. I mean, he's a wily, strong defender who sends shots back with authority.
Levine against Holiday. Levine kicks to Carter. Good ball movement here by the Bulls. Here's Dunn. And the Bulls, another three.
And really, as the three-pointers keep dropping, you get the sense that the frustration is mounting for the defense.
Pass to AI. And another one.
And he's up to 52 points.
Yeah, making a GA look all too easy right now. Dunn passes to Lopez. Back to Dunn. And he uses the glass on the layup. Dunn's got 11 points.
The closer Dunn is to the basket, the more effective he is. Quality possessions from a guard.
Payton outside. And it's Randall, top of the key. Left side, Davis. Lopez with the block. And he recovers it.
Yeah, nice, strong finish there. Nearly a three-point opportunity.
For New Orleans. The free throw drops in for Dunn.
How about the point guard position? A lot like the quarterback. You need a team to put the ball in your hands and trust you to run the show, especially down the stretch. Last season, the Bulls handed Chris Dunn the keys. He seized the opportunity.
So for New Orleans right now, Plumlee out there with Randall. Then it's Holiday. Then it's Patrick Beverly. And it's AI in at the small forward. Good.
Their entire offense has revolved around him today, and that's been the perfect game right now.
And Dunn, the fifth pick back in 2016, voted by his fellow draftees as the favorite to win Rookie of the Year. But Chris, it took until year 2 in Chicago for him to break through.
Oh, yeah. I mean, this game is all about getting better, finding the right situation. He still has to become a little more efficient as a player, cut down on his turnovers, improve his shot-making abilities a little bit, but he's delivering on his potential as a two-way player.
And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call. A moment to check out who the New Orleans Pelicans have coming up. On Friday, they'll take on Karl Anthony Towns and the Minnesota Timberwolves. Then on Saturday, they'll be taking on Jonas Valanciunas and the Memphis Grizzlies.
And for that matchup with the Thunder, that's a contest that could easily go either way. Small mistakes could be the difference, and both teams will need to be at their best.
Dunn passes to Lopez. for Beverly. That's it, and the Pelican lead is cut down to 10 on the bucket from Lopez.
And when he squares up, his height makes him a tough assignment.
Yeah, even when you get a hand up, it's hard to really affect his shot.
To the middle. Here's AI. Nice D from Porter. And so it's Porter bringing it up now for the Bulls. So it's off to Brooklyn after this game as they have the next to look forward to. That will be a getaway game for them, a one-game road trip.
Too bad the scoring hasn't been contagious. I mean, they'd be in much better shape if a few of their other guys pick up some slack.
Down low. Here's AI. And Tiny gets the jumper to fall. AI's got 4 points this quarter.
Still attacking, building on this lead coming down the stretch.
Well, what I like about him most is he's doing it efficiently.
Left side, Porter lays it up and banks it in. Porter's got 24.
And after an abysmal first half from the field, the shots now starting to fall.
And Beverly kicks to AI. It down.
And how about breaking out the Statue of Liberty on that dunk?
A nice way to pad that lead a little more. You're right. Holiday against Levine. Done outside. Levine against Holiday. Stolen by Beverly. Holiday left side. And it's Beverly missing.
Thought he was going to be able to take advantage of the D there. He had the space.
Porter passes to Markkanen. Here is Porter to the inside. And Lopez throws it down.
Like the vision from Porter. Not just looking for his own shot. Constantly looking to get it to the open man.
And the pass to Holiday. Kicks to AI. Back to Holiday. Count the bucket coming off a perfectly placed assist. And the Pelicans lead by 10.
And some guys just have a nose for scoring. And this one couldn't have been any easier.
I mean, I don't know whether to say it's amazing or it's sad, but you're down double digits and you still allow an uncontested layup. Where is the pride? Where is your heart?
Porter finds Lopez. And Lopez throws it down.
7 feet tall, Lopez makes dunking look easy. Once he's close to the bucket, forget about it.
Here's Beverly. Pass to Holiday. Back to Beverly. Overdone. And it's good off the back of the rim and in. Beverly's got 4 points in the quarter.
And really, Beverly is very reliable from the mid-range area. I mean, his jumper has come a long way.
Chicago calls timeout. And with this game closing in on the final buzzer, let's take a look at our Jordan Player of the Game.
And what an amazing ball game we've seen from him. It's been a one-man show worth the price of admission all by itself. There wasn't anything he couldn't do on that court tonight.
The Bulls making a switch here. Carter's checked in. He gets a chance now to catch up with the fourth member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, I was able to listen in on what Jim Boylan was going over with his team. He was not happy with their play. He told them, we're getting outworked out there. Simple as that. We got to dial up our effort. Kevin, we'll see if we have enough to get it done.
Levine kicks to Dunn. Passes to Carter. Over Davis. And it's Anthony Davis with the rebound. Davis has got his 16th rebound on the night. A shot by Holiday. Nobody around. Randall dishes to AI. Moves back up. Porter pulls it in.
That's what we're talking about in terms of the activity level defensively. You got to protect the rim.
Well, that takes physical ability, good timing, those two things that he possessed.
Yeah, I love the communication and the chemistry between those teammates.
Outside Holiday, he kicks to AI. Again, what an avalanche! 60 points. This guy cannot be stopped.
They've had no answer for him in this one.
Pass to Dunn. And Carter has it in the corner. Markkanen passes to Dunn. And so the ball out of bounds. Davis touched it left. And a wide open look for Porter. No good on the quick three.
And even without that three ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play. And now as the clock ticks down, this is going to end up as a solid victory here for the Pelicans.
Their hard work on the glass paid off.
I'll tell you what, they're both excellent rebounding teams, and it was a tough battle underneath all game. And I think ultimately that earned the W.
And the effort here tonight, adding to the W column for the season, it'll go down as their 48th win.
A two-game season series. They win them both and complete the sweep.
And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and looking at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for AI.
Well, his defense gave them the spark they needed, protecting the rim with purpose. They were afraid to bring the ball inside against the big fella.
Shoots from 14. Levine can't hit.
And he rushed that one, no doubt about it. The D out of position, you can see the frustration on his face. And how much longer are they going to keep that foot on the accelerator?
At this point, it's just icing on the cake. Terrific run, closes it out.
Chicago calls timeout. They're behind by 10. 26 seconds left in the fourth quarter. So we see New Orleans taking the W here. This crowd was stunned by the manner in which their team was dismantled.
You know what? Shocking. I don't care what the matchup is. You never expect a road team to come in and just cruise to the kind of win they did tonight.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Chris Webber, Greg Anthony, and David Olton, this is Kevin Harlan. Thank you for being with us. We'll see you next time.
AI, there you are. I got an interview lined up for you.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, right this way. You're on with Shaq and Kenny.
Oh, thanks, man.
The 2K Sports post-game show.
Welcome back. This is Ernie Johnson along with Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. Time now to catch up with our special post-game guest.
Hey, Shaq, shout out to you for playing big, like a true big man, sending shots back into the stands. Get that shot out of here. Talk about the role this team's asked you to play on the defensive end.
I know my job on this team is to come out and provide rim protection. You know, Coach talks to me about it all the time, and I take a lot of pride in it. If I can change a few shots to get the other team second guessing, then hey, I've done my job. You know, it makes our entire defensive scheme that much tougher.
You remind me of Dikembe Mutombo. No, 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 no.
And thank you for tuning in to the NBA on 2K Sports. For Kenny Smith, Shaquille O'Neal, Kevin Harlan, and the entire 2K Sports crew, this is Ernie Johnson. We'll see you next time, and the time after that, too.
Thanks, man. See ya.